Hello, dear viewers. We are here with brand new health news from start to finish. Turkey continues to make a name for itself worldwide with its success in hair transplantation. Due to both affordable prices and quality, Turkey is increasingly being preferred for hair transplantation.
Some things we excel in: craftsmanship. Hair transplantation is one of those things. It is not machine operated. It involves people, specialists, and doctors. The naturalness and density are entirely determined by manual skill. Consequently, if we have a knack for this, we will inevitably be leaders and excel in hair transplantation. Price is also an important criterion. When they come to Turkey, the number of transplanted hairs is also high. This might be due to working hours, and there are clinics that perform multiple operations simultaneously. With a high number of clinics, it naturally leads to an influx of patients coming to Turkey.
Clinics also provide convenience for patients coming from abroad. The clinics arrange transportation and accommodation for the patients.
So it varies by country. There are countries that offer prices ranging from 3,000 euros to 6,000, 8,000 euros. The situation in America is different: $10,000, $15,000, $20,000, depending on the state and clinic. But believe me, their results are not better than ours. Turkey is truly a world leader in this field. The prices are affordable and the treatments are very good.
Of course, I researched many clinics and hair transplant centers. Since I often travel abroad for work, I also looked at the clinics and hair transplant centers there, and I looked a lot at Turkey as well. The prices there are quite expensive compared to here, but more importantly, in terms of quality, Turkey is truly number one in the world for hair transplantation. We see this with our own eyes. The more we research, the better we understand it.
After the operation, patients are closely monitored for a year in professional centers.
First of all, this is definitely a medical operation. It absolutely needs to be in a hospital environment and under the supervision of a doctor. In fact, while discussing where and how it is done as factors affecting success, another important factor is the condition of the person's own hair. It definitely needs to be under the supervision of a doctor and in a hospital environment. And perhaps the most important thing they need to pay attention to is the results of previous patients. Please make your decision based on these.
Patients should decide to undergo hair transplantation once their hair loss is complete.
From the age of 18, whenever one feels ready, whenever one feels unhappy looking in the mirror, whenever one sees that their hair is thinning or decreasing, it can be done very easily. Of course, there are certain criteria for this. There are criteria. If these individuals are deemed suitable, hair transplantation can be performed. It is necessary to evaluate the appropriate method for the patient together with the patient. It is necessary to determine the appropriate method by evaluating the hair structure, the extent of hair loss, the patient's expectations, and the technique, and accordingly, the appropriate procedure should be performed.
Main method in hair transplantation is the FUE technique.
Hairs from the donor area, which we refer to as the nape area between the two ears, are extracted one by one with a micromotor and transplanted to the appropriate areas. While performing this method, we have a device that we refer to as SAFRI for channeling. With this, channels are opened and the procedure is carried out.
The FUE method offers many advantages to patients.
The maximum number of grafts can be obtained using the FUE method. In other words, as many grafts as possible are taken from the donor in a single session, and the maximum bald area can be covered. We can cover large bald areas in a single session with this method. Therefore, it is a method we prefer much more.
Hair transplant takes 8 hours.
We have no pain or discomfort. It is a very comfortable and easy procedure. Currently, we have a needle-free local anesthesia device. This provides us with a lot of advantages. It significantly increases the patient's comfort. It has the following advantage. There is no needle at the end. It injects the medication into the skin with a pressure of 7,200 psi. This is a much less painful, much more comfortable, and much more convenient procedure.